Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our chanting practice of Shreem Brzee, day 49. We completed our 30-day challenge, our 48-day challenge, and we are onward with the practice until the end of the month. May 31st will be our closeout date, so maybe some of you can get 30 days in, maybe some can get 48, maybe some can get anything in there. And that's what we want to do, is cultivate this consciousness that is going to bring peace and prosperity and enlightenment. So congratulations to everyone who completed the 30-day challenge, who completed the 48-day challenge, and all of those of you who are joining brand new. You get to dive in all this energy and ride the wave with us. And we're happy to do that with you. So please, if you can, continue on every day until the end of May. So every day in May, Shreem Brzee chanting. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. And we are going to get right into the practice where we will set up the foundational energy around us. So today is Saturday, and Saturn rules. Lord Saturn is the planetary being. It's a consciousness. It's not just a ball in the sky. It is a being, a consciousness that is inside each and every one of us. It represents the ability to have patience, persistence, perseverance, determination, good work ethics, and be able to judge situations wisely, and to be able to be compassionate like there's no tomorrow. So it helps us to dive into deeper understanding of why we are truly here. And then, of course, when Saturn delivers pretty intensive karmas, it's usually on a Saturday. That's why we feel so wiped out. It's not because we had a rough week. It's because Saturn is really delivering some really tough karmas for us. So what does he want us to do? Do your spiritual practices. So you're here. He's going to be happy. And his birthday was just the other day. As we know, we celebrated it here as well in Shreem Brzee chanting. So we will have his blessings to bring us ultimately peace. And then the prosperity part of today's call is all about tapping into the energy of the second moons on the waxing cycle. So we're going from a new moon, which was a couple of days ago, Saturn's birthday. And the new moon also represents a time for the ancestors to come and bless us as well. So we do have ancestors who were really successful. So all we need to do is grab that energy and take it along with us. And then as we come to the full moon, we can fully realize that and perhaps manifest something that we never thought was possible. Although with their blessings, anything is possible. So we have the second waxing moon, which is all about tapping into the energy of Lord Vishnu in the form of Vastu, which is the science of space and how we place ourselves in space and how we create a space where we live or a space where we work. So everything has directional strength. So Vastu Deva or Vishvadeva or Vishwakarma. So those are all names that are interchangeable, meaning the divine architect. So we can tap into that energy and perhaps shift our space around and explore Vastu, one of my favorite subjects. But then we can use his energy to create prosperity consciousness. So we can reconstruct or redecorate or redesign our mindset. We can say, okay, out with the old. I'm going to toss those negative thoughts or painful memories or energies that are no longer serving me, and then just get into a new state of being, a new state of receptivity, where he will naturally guide you to create a better reality for yourself. Could be your living space, could be your workspace, could be your car, could be your computer even, could be one drawer of your desk, could be your smartphone, where you clear out contacts, where you're just not resonating with that anymore. And you haven't for a long time. So these are the things that we don't realize, but subconsciously we're tethered to that because maybe someday, and they'll get a hold of you if you need to, or you'll get a hold of them if you need to. So start by doing something that is going to clear out, cause this energy of Vishwakarma to come in And you can see in the name Vishwa. Vishwa means like to wish. He will give you your wishes. And then karma is bring good wishes, bring good karma. So his energy is readily available today, as well as Mrigashira star. And this is all based on Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So we're opening up the vortex here, and everybody, doesn't matter what time zone you're in, place, whatever, you get to tap into this energy. So and then it's eternal. It's an energy that comes in, and it's timeless. So we're just in this point, we're opening up the door, everybody's here. And then this timeless energy comes in, meaning all these divine beings, all this knowledge, all this intelligence, all this light, all this miracle consciousness is pouring in to create a beautiful space for us to do our Shreem Brzee chanting. So Mrigashira star is, a star that is associated with Lord Muruga and also Lord Shiva, the gods of the third eye. And so what does that mean? What's the third eye? Well, it starts with the energy at the base of your spine. It's the Kundalini energy. It starts to move through these psycho-spiritual centers, your chakras. It pierces them, and then they spin out and they start to vibrate. They start to breathe. So in and out. What are they breathing out? Anything that's not serving you. Breathing in all the divine energy. So you might feel this expansion. So it's not just a spinning in one direction. It's 360 all around. It's expanding, 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 going beyond the body, beyond what we can even imagine or think. If we're thinking, then we're still in karmic mode. So we want to get out of our karma. We want to just lose our mindset. It's not our mind, it's our mindset. What we're setting our mind on, what we're setting our intention on, what we're setting our attention, what we care about is the mindset. So the mindset, there's a collective mindset, and there's also an individual mindset. There's also a soul mindset. There's also all these subtle bodies, these connections to the astral bodies, to the astral realms, to all these divine beings. So we're going to breathe in and out these chakras as we activate them, and the Kundalini is going to rise up. And that's where we want it to be, right here in the third eye, because that is going to open you up like a chalice so that you can receive the golden grace of God consciousness, or Goddess consciousness. And then you can be keeping that going as like a fountain. It just goes down and comes back up again, and comes in and out. And in and up. And then as you're making this flow to come to you, then it's going to create like a vacuum. So it's going to be attracting all this divine energy. And then this divine energy will keep cycling through. And that's where we want to be. So we're cleansing, we're throwing out anything that's no longer serving us. We're releasing, cleansing, letting go without any effort. So the chakras are going to start to activate that process. When we go through the meditation, we'll create a landing pad inside of us. So these gods of the third eye can really help us to stay steady as we are expanding in all directions with the light, the love, the super consciousness that wants to go out into different realms beyond this third dimensional plane, as we are here on the earth plane, the third rock from the sun. So we are in a 3D experience now, and it's kind of stuck. We can't do anything. We can't get anywhere. We're in isolation. We're in lockdown. OMG, right? So we want to access these divine beings as we are here, and then bring that energy, that light into us. And then as it gets integrated into us during this session, we will start to realize things about our lives. And we will be able to dump right away. So it's not just repeating a mantra over and over and over again. We're going to have a divine experience, because the mantra is the being. Just like we're human beings, and someone says, hey, Mary, and whoever Mary is, they go, oh my God, that's me. There's an energy. So we're saying, hey, Shreem Brzee, come on in. And she's like, yeah, come on. All right, open up. I got tons of energy for you. So that's what we want to keep chanting it, creating that runway inside of us, open up the cells to soak up all this divine energy. So we will have that experience. We'll have the support of Shiva, Muruga, the gods of the third eye, to keep us open, wide open. And we don't have to think about it. It's just going to be there. So, and then Saturn is going to be able to really throw out stuff that's just not serving you. He dumps it there and says, do you want this? And you go, well, I'll have that, but not that. Nope, not that, not that. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So you work with these beings versus be afraid of them because you don't know about astrology, or you don't know about consciousness, or you don't know. We're trying to keep it really simple here so that you can have the experience that you've never had before, because every single meditation, every single chant, every single ritual that you do is so unique unto you, unto the time that you do it, such that in the wink of an eye or the click of a digital camera, the body can be light. And in that, you are just, whoa, where am I? Where did I go? Who am I? And then you're just being present to it all, and then you know you've touched your God consciousness, and then you want more of it. So let's get into it now. And we can pop our prayers on to the chat if you'd like to do that, if you feel that that will be helpful for you to just get that out of the way. And then it'll be like a text message. So we'll create this channel for the divine. With Dr. Applies Grace and Blessings, we will feel the connection. It'll be super strong divine Wi-Fi connection. And then you just leave your prayer, and then it will get the blessings like the text message. Once we get in a good location, zing, it goes. But if we don't have good reception, or we're not on Wi-Fi, it's just going to be, couldn't deliver it. So we're going to create that delivery mode, that delivery space. And Vishwakarma is going to put us there because he's the divine architect. He's going to put us in the right space, the head space or body space. And then we can, whatever we think, we can manifest. So, and then don't worry, oh my God, I'm going to think all these negative thoughts. The recycling bin is there of the universe. And then the universe will just go, I know you made a mistake. Just let me take that away from you. So that's how it is in these realms that are high, like heavenly realms. The gods and all the divine beings, they just can manifest and demanifest. Oh, yes, I want that. No, I don't. And it's happened so fast, they don't get attached to anything. So be like the God that you are. Be like the goddess that you are. Practice it. And then you will see how easy it can become. Ooh, ping, there goes another thought. Ping, there goes another bad memory and haunting me. And, I just know I'm not manifesting that anymore, because a thought is a manifestation. A thought is a manifestation. I'm going to say it one more time. A thought is a manifestation. What does that mean? You created karma just by thinking. So that's why you always want to stay in a mantra, because then it'll erase it or it will activate it if it's a good manifestation for you to express your highest soul's intelligence, your journey here as a soul. And then collectively, God only knows what we're going to do. We can, with our intention, raise the roof and allow more and more Shreem Brzee to come in. So did I already say, without further ado, let's get into it? All right, I'm going to say it again. So welcome everyone from all around the world. I'm just looking at the chat. Everybody's from everywhere. That's awesome. And so then we can think, okay, we're connecting with souls from around the world, and we're going to create this big net. And we are going to capture Shreem Brzee. We're going to pull her from the cosmos, and we're going to bring her on in. And then we're going to feel the cosmos inside of us. And we're going to own that kingdom within, own that queendom within, and then have the grace and blessings of Dr. Ply. After the meditation, after the mantra practice, you can go. Well, you can go anytime. Whatever you want to do, you can do. However, if you do stay, that's awesome, right to the very end. And then you're welcome to take off. Well, you can also stay, and we're going to do a Ghee lamp meditation, which I'll tell you about later on. So I'll just leave you hanging for those people who don't know about Ghee lamps. It's awesome. So let's get into it. Closing your eyes and putting your attention internally. We're going to ask Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles. So we'll focus on our legs, even down into our feet and toes. And even into the ground, we're going to ground this practice. We're going to stabilize ourselves. So we're alert, except we will be gone somewhere else momentarily while we are in the practice. So imagine reddish orangish light pouring down your legs, or it can be like a solid light. It can be like liquid or even dazzling, sparkling light. This is the light of Ganesha, who opens the door to the Kundalini energy. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Nirvignam Kuru Nirvignam Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone in your subtle body that corresponds with the physical backbone. It pierces the chakras that are stacked up on top of one another in the backbone. And then this ray of light pierces the top of the skull and goes up and up and up. Bring your consciousness up. Like an SOS, searching out into the space so high, so these divine beings will come with your signal to them and then assist you in your manifestation process. Lock on to your divine Wi-Fi connection. And we'll activate the chakras starting at the base of the spine. Feel them breathing in and out. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move into the middle of the brain, third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine and also the legs. Connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move up to the navel chakra, the belly. Fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move into the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She, 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 she. Now move into the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element, the prana, the life force. Wa, 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 wa. Now move into your two eyeballs. Keep them steady, still. The right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the akash or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you. Connect with his eyes and his third eye. Through your eyes and your third eye. By 3 beams of light. 2 in the eyes, 1 in the third eye. Lock on. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now Vishwamitra appears next to Dr. Pillai. Connect with his eyes and his third eye, with your eyes and third eye, the beams of light. Awaken Brzee in every cell of your being. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Now move into your backbone and imagine a spear or lance or whale in Tamil. The shaft of the spear is your backbone. The head of the spear is your brain. The tip of the spear pierces the top of the skull. The light in this sphere is like millions of suns, light and intelligence, burning enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, karma, maya, ego. Keep feeling this image burning in the backbone, burning in the brain, purifying the karma. Enlivening the third eye. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Now, imagine from head to toe, you are filled with a dark blue or black, like the night sky with no stars. This consciousness is the consciousness of Lord Saturn, delivering your karma, which is to be on your spiritual path, doing your spiritual practices, so you have a clean slate. And allowing Shreem Brzee to come in and rewrite your destiny. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. The whole body is heating up, burning the karma. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. 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 Now bring your attention into your heart and connect with Vishwakarma, Vastudeva, the divine architect who will redesign with you, co-create a new reality as your heart desires. Om Vastudevaya Namaha. Om Vastudevaya Namaha. Om Vastudevaya Namaha. Om Vishwadevaya Namaha. Om Vishwadevaya Namaha. Om Vishwadevaya Namaha. Now, put your attentional energy into your third eye. See a flame burning. Anything that is blocking you from receiving the blessings of all the divine beings coming through your third eye communication. In the heavens above and also the kingdom within. We'll begin our practice. See the light, the flame, and now the sound vibrations. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the third eye in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy in the back of your skull. Tuck it under, inside your brain, towards the back, the middle part of the back of the brain. Your intuition will guide you to the cerebellum, the little brain or mini brain that is packed with neurons firing up, lighting up the back door for all the divine beings to come. The light, the sounds, cerebellum. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode in all directions beyond the cerebellum. Shift dimensions. Now put your attention on the whole brain, the front of the brain, the sides of the brain, the top of the brain, the back of the brain, inside the brain. Light up all the neurons. They're all firing, creating the landing pad for the divine light and sound vibrations to calm and infuse the trillions of brain cells firing. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the brain in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your intentional energy into your nostrils. Send a ray of light up each nostril. Where the two nostrils meet on the forehead, the light activates or reactivates the pituitary, the pineal, third eye. Nostrils, third eye. Light and sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the nostrils, the third eye, in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your intentional energy into your mouth. Feel an expansion of the light touching the insides of your cheeks, lighting them up. The tongue lights up, the teeth light up. The lips, the back of the throat is lit up with this expansion of light. And the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light in the mouth explodes in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your intentional energy into your neck. Go deeper into your throat. Into the shoulders, the upper back, the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Everything is turning blue. A blue light, a laser beam of blue light enters your throat at your Adam's apple, coming somewhere from in front of you. pierces the throat, diffuses stubborn, stubborn, stubborn karma. Diffuse it, diffuse it, diffuse it with the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shreem Brzee is diffusing all the stubborn karma and infusing you with good, excellent karma. Pour your attentional energy into the windpipe, down into the lungs through the bronchial tubes. Your attention goes down to the bottom of the lungs. Expand the lungs with the light and diffuse guilt, energy, loss, grieving, anxiety, worry, sadness, depression. All gets diffused. Frustration, anger, all of it. It's sucking the life out of you. It's suffocating you. Let it go with the light and the sounds of Brzee in the lungs. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light in the lungs explodes in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention up to the eyeballs. Keep them steady, still. Pour the light into the eyes, into the eye sockets. And the sound. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes from the eyeballs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now move your attentional energy into your ears. Pierce your eardrums with light. Beams of light enter your ears, piercing the eardrums, meeting inside the brain, lighting up the whole brain, the whole head. The face is hot. The skull, the skin on your skull, the scalp is tingling. The hairs are lighting up, standing on end. The aura around your whole head is lighting up. Inside, outside is light. Your head has disappeared. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the head in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now your attentional energy goes into the torso of your body, the trunk of your body, the front, the back, the sides, and then it seeps into the inside, lighting up the heart, the lungs, the guts, all the way down into the pelvic region. The reproductive organs are being cleansed, revitalized. The kidneys, the adrenals are cleansed. The organs of elimination, releasing toxic substances. Energetically, fill all the organs with light, revitalize, rejuvenate. Take in the light of Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions, seeking out healing energy from dimensions beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your legs, all the way down into your feet, into the ground. Stabilize your practice, all this light, the vibration of the goddess, Shreem Brzee, right down into the ground through your body. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimensions. And now we'll go into the chakra system in the subtle body and light all the chakras up from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the skull. Pierce it with the ray of light. Send that signal up, 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 up. Activating the chakras with the light and Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. You can chant internally. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Keep chanting internally. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Excuse me. Keep chanting internally. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. The whole body is lit up from head to toe, even around the body, the aura is lighting up, releasing anything that's no longer serving you. And the last round. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. There's no body. There's nobody. It's just light. Shift dimensions. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace. Keeping your eyes closed, and make your prayer of gratitude to Dr. Klein for guiding your soul to come and do some serious karma busting. And then also bring in the goddess energy to recreate a new reality at the same time as you're releasing anything that is no longer serving you. Pray for everyone here. Thank them at the level of the soul for coming collectively and participating in this intensive practice. And then for whatever it is that you want help with, you can pray for that. And then also we'll pray for those who need it the most: food, clothing, shelter, and medicine, pure water, and love, unconditional love for all, as the divine can only do. with no strings attached. And just let go. Slowly, slowly come back. So thank you so much. Those of you who need to go, I apologize for that, whatever that karmic hairball was all about. However, it's gone now, and that was intense. So thank you for praying for me and carrying on. I could feel it. So we'll see you tomorrow. Those of you who are going to stay, this is part of the call where we will gaze into the ghee lamp. And what that means is the gods and the goddesses, they love the ghee. It's like gold. They resonate with gold because they are gold. And that is the energy of heaven. So we want to experience what that feels like. So I will adjust the camera and I'll step out of the way, and then you'll just see the ghee lamp and the lights will be down. You may see different colors. You may have some kind of communion with the divine beings as they come in to the ghee lamp. So whatever is going to happen for you, it will be what will happen for you. And then what you can do is any negativity that comes up, then you can just dump it into the flame and allow it to just suffuse it. So enjoy your practice. I will keep time. When you hear the chime, I'm going to bring you back. And then we will wrap up with our final prayer. We will have questions and shared experiences if you want to stay for that afterwards. So 9 minutes will feel like 9 seconds. So we're not with our eyes open like bug eyes. We are open gazing, meaning we're relaxed in these eyes, and we're going to go into the third eye. So focus your attentional energy here and then move it back so it's in the middle of your brain. So your attentional energy is pulling back and you're gazing. You'll get it because your intuition will just tell you this is what you want. So you may have all kinds of different experiences, and we love it when you come back and share those if you want. Otherwise, we will say goodbye to you after the ghee lamp meditation. All right, here we go. So just adjusting, you'll see the ghee lamp, and you'll also see Kubera, and then Vishwamitra is there, and then we have the goddess Shreem Brzee, and the goddess Varahi, and the Shreem Brzee yantra. So I'm going to turn the lights down. You're going to be gazing. Maybe a mantra will come, maybe not. Maybe some thoughts will come. Burn them in the flame. And we will see you in a bit. And enjoy your practice. and just let go. You can keep your eyes open or close them. And make your final prayer. To Dr. Clyde, to everybody here, to yourself for committing to changing your consciousness, to bringing more peace, prosperity, enlightenment. Pray for the whole world. And then when you're ready, you can just let go, come back to yourself. Take note of what you're feeling inside, or perhaps what you saw, an image, or you had an experience. You can jot it down, or just maybe you want to share it. Bringing back up the camera. And we're back. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining, those of you who need to go. And we'll see you tomorrow. And then those of people who are going to stay, this is part of the call where we get to share our experiences. And lots of gratitude is shared on the chat. Lots of blessings. No, thank you. And lots of encouraging words. So we know that this is very, very important, because the karma is in the mindset of the general population all around the world is full of negativity. And we don't want to focus on it, but we have to bring our attention to it to see how it just tries to mess us up. Not just during our spiritual practices, but in our life. What kinds of thoughts do we think when opportunities come? What's our immediate thought? Is it a positive one? Oh, this is awesome. Maybe, but then what happens right away almost? It's like we're just born into that kind of thinking where it just negates. It takes away energetically, and then the thought comes, oh, no, I can't do it. I'm not good enough, or I don't want to. And you're just like, why? Why does that happen? So you just keep chanting no matter what. If you're going to get choked up, even, you just keep going. You say it to yourself, I'm just going to keep going. And then the divine is going to come in and just make that situation to turn around. And it does instantaneously. And then it's always like the masters always say, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger in your conviction, in your faith, in your positivity, in your optimism, in your surrender to the divine. So everything that happens here, I'm always so happy, because you can apply this, or I can apply this to everything in my life. And then share that with you to just, ask yourself that question. When I get choked up, when I get stuck in something, do I just freeze and then I just give up? Or do I just persist? Not with effort. It's with the surrender to the divine, and then thy will be done. And so it is. So use that in your life, especially now, because we get to create a new reality with Shreem Brzee and put it to the test. We don't want to be a victim to the circumstances around us, or whatever is happening with our karma, or whatever. It's just, we can go to Shreem Brzee. Brzee will bust karma like there's no tomorrow. You can just hear it in the sounds. Brzee, it's just zing, And br is the sound for birthing that consciousness inside of us, because we need it. We need to turn our finances around, and our ability to take care of ourselves, and to come out of the hurdles and the harms that we've done to ourselves, really. And then we say, well, it's because of the government, it's because of this, because of that. It's not. We mismanaged everything. And that's hard to hear. It's very difficult to hear. I don't want to think about it, everyone says. But you have to. But then, as Dr. Ply shares, okay, you've made a mess. Now just call on the divine. Call on the divine. Surrender your mess. The karma is so stubborn. Just burn it with this Shreem Brzee. So this is a beautiful lesson from Saturn on a Saturday here on the 23rd of May, 2020 in Toronto, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So it is a lot of karma got dumped, and then it's good because now we're free of it. But use this in your life. Use this as an experience in your life where you just come up and you're just about to meet the mark. You're just about to burst through and have success. And then what happens? Something tries to stop you, and then you just, oh, I can't finish. Yes, you can. Well, you may not be able to, but the divine can. And you just say, okay, Shreem Brzee is going to do it. Shreem Brzee is going to do it. You say that internally. Or you can say it out loud as well. And then it's done. All right. Any questions, comments, shared experiences? There's prayers. So I hope that your prayer was answered, Minaz. And anyone else who has shared prayers. Lalita saying, hope your cough is okay. It didn't make a bit of difference. Your voice just kept on ringing and we just kept on chanting. Yay. Thank you, Lalita. That's awesome. Star is saying, I have joined the workshop for 24. Where is it going to be held? Oh, the wealth workshop is tomorrow. Wealth activation with Dr. Ply. It's free. So if someone here from Ply Center or anyone who can just access that link, please post it for people here to join. I think you have to go on to Ply Center, and then it's under events, and you'll see it there. And then you have to opt in, meaning you just click it, and then they send you an email with the link. Okay, just scrolling down here. Lots of gratitude. Bhairavi saying, a beautiful angel in a pink orb was enjoying the flame tonight, to the right and just behind the lamp, very active. Thank you for this divine experience, Babaji, Sucharita, and everybody here. Shangita is saying thanks to Baba, everyone here. And this is the whole thing, is that if you're new to this group, we're just so grateful that we have such good karma to come together and do something good and purposeful for not only ourselves, but collectively for the whole world. Now, do we know to the degree the will of God will be done, or the will of Shreem Brzee, the will of Dr. Ply, the Siddhas, the Masters, Vishwamitra? Do we know to the extent? We don't. But we can be the mouthpiece, even if it cracks up. The other night I swallowed a fly. I don't know why. So I don't know what was going on. I could feel the karma even in the meditation, the preparatory meditation. It was so intense. I was sweating. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. And it is. It's great to have that kind of, we're not just like, oh, everything's beautiful and all floaty. It's like, this is reality. This is the real deal of what we are facing in life. And it's not a big deal. You know, we're alive. Bombs aren't going off. Maybe internally they are. But then that's good because it's blowing up all the negativity. Vanashri, thank you so much. Michael, sweet. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. Cinema Helby is saying, just a quick question regarding karma line busting techniques. So it would be, for example, chanting Hanuman's mantra while rolling the lime around head and shoulders for 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it in 10 seconds if you want. So I pulled the lime out when my throat, I stuck it here. So you can just, hold it. You can roll it around. You can chant any mantra, really. Tirnilakantam is a good mantra. It's a karma busting mantra. It will help the absorption of the negativity. Will just kind of like vacuum it out. And then this is the surrogate technology. So all the negativity goes into the lime. Put it on your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, all those holes in your body, in the head. And that's where the karma comes in, through what you see, through what you hear, through what you take in or say. Then the pores in your skin and so on. So there are no hard and fast rules for this lime ritual. Just experiment. People sleep with the lime. So you never have to sleep alone ever again. Take your lime to bed, or your lemon, or your coconut even. You can take that and absorb it. And then you cut the lime. And you do that to cut the karma. We need to do something here on the earth plane that we will have said, we participated in this. So it wasn't just the mantra, it was we were doing it, and then you really feel it. Release. So yeah, if you want to do it for 10 minutes, but really it's just, for me, it's just, quick, because I've done this for probably 25 years now. And it's so fast, I know right away where it is. Not because I was coughing, because I could have put it up here. But it was right here, and just boom, just put it there and then absorb it. It's gone instantaneously. Kalyani is saying, please, Babaji, protection and blessings for my boss, family, and her siblings, and also for the staff and their families. God, please look after her business so it does not fail. Oh, so sweet. And I love what Kalyani is saying, because she's saying, okay, God, you decide how that karma is going to be. I'm going to just make the pledge like an angel would. And then you're not in the karma. You're not going and, getting into it, because then now we'll pull you in, and that's their karma. But it's lovely that you brought that in, and that's the distinction. You want God to decide. We're not going to play God. Even though God is within us, we haven't raised ourselves to that level yet. It's just the seed, not the tree. Although the tree is in the seed. Just has to take some time. Julietta is saying, I don't know how to say it, but I can't keep it for myself. I did the chanting focusing on Dr. Ply's picture and saw the image of Jesus at your left, and then Narasimha. Scary. Well, this is a thing, Julietta, and I've shared this with so many people in different programs. When I first met Dr. Ply, and we did this intensive, like it was days that we were just day and night, no eating, no sleeping, no nothing, just chanting, meditating, everything. And it was in a very small group. And at the time, he had the long, traditional guru's hair, down to his low back, and the long beard. And he was in the long robes before 9/11, where he decided to change everything so that he wouldn't keep getting pulled aside. What are you up to? When he was traveling in airports and stuff. So when I met him, he was just like the traditional Tamil Siddha. Whoa. And he didn't say anything. Traditional guru. And I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Okay. Oh, wow. I've never done this before. And then it's just chanting. We're in this zone. It was not spaced out, although some people left. They couldn't take it. And then other people fell asleep, and other people kind of rolled around. And I was just sitting. I was so blessed, to be sitting right in front of him, right there. I could just touch his feet. He was in a chair and we were on the floor. And then at one point, it was kind of like this culmination at one point, and I looked and I just saw, the first person I saw was Jesus. And I was like, Jesus, like, whoa. then all these other beings came, and I didn't know who they were because I didn't have any idea about anything spiritual. And so then one right after the other, and then it wasn't until, as I started studying with Dr. Ply after that, because I thought, whoa, this is something. What do I do with all that? And he didn't speak, and then I was, came from a medical background, science background, so I was like, I'm not going to say anything. Everybody will think I'm cuckoo-luckoo. So I just would just keep studying, and then Dr. Ply started to speak, sort of years into it. And then he started to introduce all these beings who then I went, oh my God, that's who I saw. So I didn't know that these siddhas were there, Muktananda, like all these contemporary gurus who are no more, but, Babaji, all these, the siddhas, and it was like one right after the other. So I understand when you say, Julieta, it was weird, right? It's like freakazoid and like what is going on. So that's why you need to have a guru, or you need to have a teacher, so they can say, okay, it's okay. That's quite natural for this kind of intensive practice. So we've been together for, a month and a half, every day, pouring our heart and soul and our whole being. And we culminated, we made it through, we bust through that consciousness that Dr. Ply wanted us to get to and push it even more. And now the beings are coming. So I hope you're okay with that, Julieta. And thank them. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing me you. Kalyani is saying another prayer request for a friend who needs a job. Thank you, Babaji, and everybody being so kind and compassionate. So we can pray. We may not be able to do anything else. We definitely can pray or hold the space for prayer. Wealth Activation Workshop, thank you, Bhairavi, is happening tomorrow, Sunday, or today, Sunday, depending on where you're on the world, May 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So however that translates into your place, check it out. Froz says, we surely travel dimensions today. Glory to Babaji for bringing all our souls in the prayer call. Thank you, Sucharita, for holding this, hand-holding us and taking us there. You're very welcome. Thank you. I don't know where we went, but it was pretty, I think that's maybe what it is. We're just going through so much. And the karma's flying everywhere. So what else is, I have a photo of Jesus, Sananda, Cinema is saying, posted on the screen on her left and one of Mary on her right during the session. Oh, you took a photo and that's what you showed up? Can you send that or post it to Facebook or wherever social media? That'd be great to share. I will be curious to see it. Alanita is saying, yes, me too. I saw him, image of Jesus, when chanting the miracle mantra. Cool. And that's what will happen. See, the spiritual realm is for all. It's universal. So once we tap into it, whoa, we're going to see everybody. So get ready. Oh, I see Cinema saying, I overlap my own photos during the session. Very cool. Shivam is saying, I'm in a very severe financial problem. Can this mantra help me? Yeah, Shivam, it can. But here's the thing. If you're in a severe financial problem, you need financial advice. So go to your financial advisor, whoever that may be, your family member or someone who can guide you. And then you need to really work it out. And then Shreem Brzee, what it will do is it will give you the consciousness to go and do that. Because right now, if it's severe, you haven't really thought through your situation. I know you don't want to hear that. It's not easy to hear, but this is what Dr. Ply would do. He would just redirect you. What do you need to do then? And if your financial advisor says you got to go bankrupt, then you got to consider that. Get a second opinion. Find somebody who can help you to create a way out of your situation. And do it. immediately, because Shreem Brzee will make you to, that will be your goal. And Shreem is goal oriented. She is the goal, because she wants you to have a beautiful life. And whatever has happened is not beautiful. And if it's severe, that's intense. You got to really look at that. So definitely it'll help you, but you got to take the steps and do your life in another way that's going to help you to get out of it. Thank you for taking the coaching. Kalyani is saying, Sucharita, when you went quiet during the chanting, it was like something telling me that, yes, there is someone guiding you, but you have to do your part. Exactly. There you go, Kalyani. You just said it perfectly. Someone is always going to be guiding us in life, but you got to do your own karma. Because that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to experience these intense situations, and globally, whether we believe it or not, or whether we can even get our head around it or not, the collective consciousness of the whole planet said, listen, we are going on a path that is super unintelligent. Unintelligent. Let me say it one more time. Unintelligent. In how many lifetimes would it take to pay off the trillions of dollars of debts that every country is in? Trillions, not even generations will pay it off. That's a little bit, it's just not right. I was going to say something else, but I won't. So just even Shivam, the person who said I'm in severe financial, so there are a lot of people, and it's unfortunate, meaning there's no fortune there. So we've got to really make some hardcore decisions. But the best thing is, Shivam and everyone else who's going through that challenge, is there might be a way out for you, because so many people are in severe financial disarray, just problems all around. And we can't get a way out because the economy is just so hard hit. So I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to just really look at it, and you got to use ask the mantra to show you, okay, how can I get a way out of this? In this financial climate as it is right now, there might be that you'll be grouped into people who have severe financial problems. So try to find a way. I hope that's helpful for you. What is the best time and how many times to chant? All the time. For you, all the time. Day in, day out. And then you can just, as we recommend everyone, you listen to Dr. Pillai chanting the mantra. There's so many YouTubes, they're free. There's audios that are through Pillai Center that are free. You download it and you just play it non-stop. Meaning that even while you're sleeping, even when you're not in that room that it's playing, you have it on low volume. So it's the vibration is there. Wherever you are there, it's in that space. Wherever you're going, you can just tap in, tap out. Even when you're sleeping, put your earbuds in, or if you're sleeping and you don't want to disturb someone else in the room, then you have it playing in another room, low volume. It's the vibration that we want to breathe in and breathe out in the space, in the aura, in the atmosphere. And that will really work for you. And then do a lot of limes and lemons, Shibam. You just dedicate all the crappy karma, financial karma, and then you just put it in, cut it. And there will be a breakthrough for you. So please be in touch. Let us know. Faraz is saying, hi, Sucharita, I keep Babaji's Guru Feet cube and also my Vishwamitra statue along with Brzee cube on top of my Vastu yantra. Cool. It helps me in visualizing that I am in the right place at the right time for manifesting my desires. Absolutely. So we can align ourselves just like now. There's nothing we can do. We cannot just go out and start life. We can't. The gate is not open for the world yet. It's kind of, okay, a little bit. But so there's nothing we can do except prepare. So in our spiritual practices, that's what we do. We just keep preparing, we keep building, we keep staying focused. Because when that time comes, then that's where the goddess will say, okay, you made an effort. You made a 24/7 effort to keep me in your consciousness, whether you just were sleeping or working. It's always in your mind. And then there will be the breakthrough. I can't tell you so many times when I was a student, especially, and I didn't have the backing of family or friends or anything like that, or even I didn't even qualify for loans. And so I was working all the way through school and all the way through university and, professional school and so on before I met Dr. Ply. So I had this, this like, oh my God, nobody's going to give me a loan. And, I'm just tapped out everywhere. And I was just making enough to live. And the school was really tough and so on. It was just like it was another life, really. And then I would just go to the bank. And I would, at that time, Dr. Ply had given us Tirnilikantam and Arakara. All I did, Tirnilikantam, Arakara, Tirnilikantam. No, ma'am, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't get a loan. You're just so tapped out and you don't qualify. You have nobody to, sign for you. This is impossible. Then I have this voice, okay, go to another bank. Okay, go to the other bank. No, you forget it. You're not. Sorry. Oh my God. Go to another bank. Finally, okay, I'm done now. So then the guy just says, okay, come into this room. He brings the papers. I'm still chanting Shreem Brzee. Or not Shreem Brzee, Arakara. Tirnilikantam, Arakara at that time. And then I'm signing the papers and I'm like, okay, so what does this mean now? And he said, well, you have your loan and your first deposit will be here. And I'm just like, I don't want to say a word. I'm just like, and I remember going out of the bank and just being like stunned and frozen and sweating and everything, just like everything was falling apart in me, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And the money was in the bank. So those kinds of things can happen. But you have to, I am telling you, I couldn't, something inside of me said, you can't take no for an answer because there's no other way. And then the mantra just pushed me. So that's what it is. You just keep going until because Shreem Brzee is the goal for you to have the breakthrough, but you've got to do the thing to keep breaking through it. And even if people say no, and even if people say, oh my God, you are so in debt. And I'm like, oh yeah, I am. And this is intense and it's horrible. And it feels like, I'm going to die. And I'm just being kind of dramatic right now, but it was intense. It's painful. It's so painful. My head was exploding. How am I going to figure this out? The divine showed the way. So please take the coaching as it was with Dr. Ply. Just you don't have a way out. So the only way out is the way in, and that is to keep doing the mantra until it's that final one 4, 5, 6 banks later. And rejection. And everybody's saying no. Even myself saying, oh God, no. And then the mantra just said, okay, now's the time. So please keep doing that in your life. You just have to keep pushing yourself if you really want something, if you really want it, So no more questions, no more shared experiences. Okay. Wow. I just wanted to show you guys. There was a lot of karma busted, and especially people who know about our Saturn lamp. This just went out. And this usually takes like a while to go out. So this means that Saturn really took on a lot of karma. So these maybe Shivam or anyone else, even if you don't know if Saturn's harming you in any way, but usually when you go into that kind of severe financial debt, it doesn't just happen overnight. It takes a long time, and that could be an indication of Saturn. So light a ghee lamp. And then too, Shivan, I know you don't, or anybody else, you may not have the means to do it, but it might be worth your while to, get an astrology consultation, either through some means, but Astrovet has really great astrologers, and then they will help you to navigate the situation. They will look into your chart and say, yeah, there it is. And then they can help you to get a way out. I've done that too. And I don't want you to spend any more money if you're already really tapped out. So the mantra, and then light black sesame, put some sesame oil, the black sesame seeds, as you can see in here, but the oil is gone. And then the cotton wick, light it every day, keep it going 24/7. Cinema saying by my, sorry, just to clarify, I was responding to Julietta's as well as Lanita remark about seeing Jesus on the left, and famous photograph taken on June 1st, 1961 in Chichen Itza, Yucatan, Mexico, by one of my 30 archaeologists working in the same area. Sananda appeared in visible, tangible body, permitted his photograph to be taken. Interesting coincidence. Cool. All right, anyone else have any questions or shared experiences? Please send me an email, sucharitaapplycenter.com, if you need to get some guidance. And then I will either forward that to the people who can help you, or we'll set up a call and then I'll share about different things that you can do. But people who don't have a lot of, it doesn't fit into their budget, they don't have the financial means to do that right now, then you really got to just listen to Dr. Ply. And you can light a lamp to Dr. Ply, or a candle light, and then put his picture on a chair. And put the light in front of the picture, maybe put a raisin or cookie or something, piece of fruit. And then you just, if you can, put a flower, fine. Put a little bit of water, like a glass of water. So this is on a chair, like, one of those desk chairs or something. It's stable, a wooden chair. And then you just doing an offering to Dr. Ply, and you start going round and round and round and round, and you don't stop. And you can say the Guru Gita if you want. You can say his Mula Mantra if you want. You can say the Miracle Mantra if you want. You can say Om Namah Shivaya if you want. You can say Shreem Brzee if you want. You can say any mantra, because that is the Guru. The mantra that you get from the Guru is the Guru. So it will be whatever it is for that session, and go around and around and around and around and around him. And you just keep going until you can't anymore, because you're exhausted. It will feel like you've run a marathon, even though you're just going around and around. It's not far, but you will just go, you will create a vortex, and you will be in his orb, in his orbit, and he will take your karma and he will suck it up to the ether. And your offering is, I don't know what else to do. And you'll cry, and you'll have all these cathartic things going on, or you'll just have complete focus. But do it. Maybe go around like 108 times. Start out just a few times, because you can get dizzy. So make sure you have another chair. You can just sit and then just be gazing at him and just tell him your problem. It works. So do that too, Shivam. Definitely. And Shivam, go to a financial advisor. Don't just go to an astrologer. Don't just go to Shreem Brzee. Go to a financial advisor and go to another one and to another one. Just like I went to bank after bank after bank. You just keep going until someone will say yes. We'll walk around clockwise. Yes. Cinema saying. So that means you go like a clock. So you're going left to right. You're starting out, you're going in and then you're coming around. It might look different because we're on the video. So clockwise. Yeah. Raisins, dates. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. So try that. And even if you don't have a problem, oh my God, he loves it when you do that. So go around and around and around, and that will create a vortex of energy that is going to help to guide you. And then just be careful when you're doing it. If you've never done it before, you think, oh, just going around. You'll be dizzy. So don't go too fast. Just plant your feet, purposefully. Yeah. So do that. Especially, I'm just giving you some things to do because you don't have the money. So don't go and like throwing the money and hoping it all works out, because that you're already in trouble. Yes, Michael, do it. And just talk to him. That's what I was doing. I was like, I don't know what guru is. I don't know this kind of relationship devotee. I don't even know what I am to you. But you just tell me to walk around, I'll walk around you. And I did that. And I do it every now and then when I'm really stuck about some situation. And I just cannot find a way out. And I've made all the efforts that I can make. And then I'm just going to do the walk. And you go round and round and round and round. It's like it's stirring everything up on the inside to be expelled. And then he gets in. His consciousness can get into you. So we do the effort, make the effort, and do it again and again and again. Because what else are you going to do? Manaz is saying, would you please advise on naughty consultation? If you want to do it, do it. That's my advice. Because the naughty isn't something you have a question about. You wouldn't even have a question about it. So the naughty is calling you. So if the naughty is calling you, you've come to a crossroads in your life. And you have to make some decisions, and then the naughty will look into your situations and just say, okay, why you're coming to me is because you're just about to fall over the edge. So then don't just get the consultation, get the whole package. You need the remedies. Who cares about the consultation? You want the remedies. You don't want the life to fall apart. The remedies are which will take that karma away. So some people, they say, oh, I had my naughty, but I didn't do the remedies and my life is falling apart. So well, that's like the doctor says, okay, take this, and you don't. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. Nalini is saying, what is the naughty? So hi, Ravi. Are you still here, Judy Angle? Or for somebody, can you grab the link to Naughty Astrology, and then they can go and read about it? Because we should be wrapping up soon. So basically, the naughty is this ancient script. Your soul will know. It will go to the naughty when you come to a crossroads. And if you're studying with a spiritual master, they will give you tools, ways out. So it's in your consciousness to get it. That when you get it, I don't know. Or maybe it'll be there and you go, no, I don't want to do it. Okay, don't. So go read about it. Thank you so much for all sharing. Many of us are in situations that need much guidance. Absolutely. And that's why Dr. Ply said, get out there and chant the mantra and be there for the people, because this is a really uncertain time for people and people need direction. And I can relate to you and do relate to you. Everyone has a karma. You think that nobody has the karma. We have the karma. We take on the karma of other people. Oh my God, what is that? So you have to be alert, and you have to do your practices. You've got to do rituals. You got to do remedies if you want to be karma free, because karma is being on the earth plane. Otherwise, you're dead. You're not in karma. You're not here. The only people who I would say are, no, I wouldn't even say that, because usually the masters, like Dr. Pillai, he's absorbing everybody's karma just to stay on the earth plane. Because karma is thinking, it's consciousness that people are all messed up. And then the guru comes and says, okay, try this because it will give you a way out. You're very welcome. So yeah, I'm here to, all the teachers, everybody who is here, even the people who have been around for a while and they've immersed themselves and they're so helpful to me and to everybody here. Shout out to all of you, because we know that this is not something that we would ever want to anyone to suffer. And when we do that and collectively we come together, then the divine rushes in. Oh, you want some help? Yes, we need help. But not everybody is going to go after all these things. We can only guide people to it, and then it's going to be up to them what resonates with them. And sometimes people will say, oh yeah, I'm good, da, da, da. And then the astrologer will say, this is going to happen. No, I have a good Saturn, I have a good Mars, or whatever. Some other astrologer told me. And then all of a sudden something changes, and then it's like, knocks them right down. And then the person's like, oh my God, I should have listened. So shoulda, woulda, coulda. And the astrologer is like, well, that's cool. You didn't, but maybe you needed to go through that, and then you will listen, in the future. So we're all groping in the dark. Trust me. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the whole world right now. But all we can do is just prepare ourselves. So that's what the remedies do. That's what these readings do. The astrologers support you. Nadi or Vedic astrology, we're here to support you, but really you've got to do your job. You've got to do your life, and we'll guide you. Here, try this, and with sincerity for sure. And I would never, and Dr. Ply would never want anyone to go into further mess financially to just get some. So these free services hopefully are very helpful for people. Sangeeta is saying, thank you, Shivam, for asking your question. And thank you, Sucharita, for giving us such a powerful tool. I needed this as much as I am at loss for words. Can't thank you enough. Oh, you're very welcome. So that's what we're going to do, and keep coming here too. So don't try to do the chanting on your own. I mean, it will have some benefit, but you're going to be here. Everybody who's here, and the people who are going to listen to this recording afterwards, they're also part of our consciousness, because they're also committed to bringing Shreem Brzee. So we will have that exponential energy to support us. And then Dr. Ply is always very practical. And as hard as it sounds, and as hard as it is for me to say this to people, but we have to really look at it and just say, okay, this is really messed up. And I need to keep knocking on bankers' doors or financial advisors' doors, or whoever it is, the brother, the sister, whoever. And you just, I'm just really messed up. And I need help. And whatever they say, whatever the advice is, because they're the professionals, and you get second and third opinions, and then you have to use your intelligence. to choose what is the right thing for you to do at this point in time. So hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully it lands on you with lots of love. Absolutely. It's just, I got enough tough karma. But I want you to be, you know, as Dr. Ply was, he was like a hammer on my head. Bonk. You know, wake up. Your karma is very difficult. And I'm like, yeah, why do bad things happen to good people? Because guess what? In previous lifetimes, you know, welcome. Not so welcome, right? But then, it didn't kill me. So I did the way out was the way in, is what I'm going to say to everybody. The way out of everything is the way in. And the way in is you just stop being worried about it. And you say, there must be a way out. 5 bankers have said no. Everyone else in my life is saying no. They're saying I'm crazy. No, I am not. Well, maybe I am, but there has to be a way, because I'm alive, and I'm not dead yet. So then, boom, it happened again and again and again. So as Dr. Ply shared in the beginning with me as one of his students in the beginning, that he was really going out and teaching. He didn't want to. And we just pushed him, you must. And he just said, well, it's going to be, you're going to be my guinea pigs, meaning like his experimental rats. I was up for it because I could see that, whoa, there's way more to being like spiritual, and it's a life. You get a life. And then he just said, your life will be adventurous. And I was like, okay, then I'm going to go for it. Because adventures are always full of these twists and turns, and it's intense, and you don't know if you're coming or going, and you don't know if to laugh or cry, and you just like, oh my God, the pain. But then it's an adventure. Yes, you discard the lime after you cut it. You can throw it in the garbage. You can put it in your recycling. You can throw it in a river, ocean, lake, nature if nobody's around. Oh, BuyRV is posted. Dr. Ply's free wealth activation workshop this Sunday, May 24th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. UTC, and 9:30 p.m. IST, India Standard Time. It's called Diffuse the Scarcity Mindset. Go to that. Shivam and everyone else here, go to that webinar. It's free. And Dr. Ply is doing it. BuyRV is posting Tuesday, May 26th, 9 a.m. Same time, how to manifest wealth. Thursday, May 20. Oh, these are the 4. So there's 4 parts to this wealth activation workshop. And those are the dates there. So just go to Apply Center and then get into that. You'll see it. It's in the banner. It's in that rotating banner at the top of applycenter.com. And you'll see Wealth Activation Workshop, opt in, and then they will send you the link and all the details. Then you can bookmark it. Yeah, so there's 4 days from Sunday, then Tuesday, then Thursday, and then the final one is next Sunday, May 31st. Right when we finish. Oh my God. So this is what Dr. Ply is doing, is that everyone is here and has been here preparing, breaking down the karma, breaking down with Shreem Brzee. We're just hammering it in, and we're going to crack open, and then he's going to pour all the wealth consciousness into us and activate it. So please keep coming, because that's what's going to keep getting you through it. And then you don't have to do it on your own. You get way more done with everyone supporting you. And then you can kind of feel better, and hopefully I'll entertain you a little bit with my coughing and hacking and crazy stories. It has been an adventure, and it has been a full life, really full. and fabulous people like all of you who I've met, and hopefully I'll meet you, and we'll meet each other, and we'll just say, hey, this is awesome. So, Judy Angle Byerby said, Dr. Ply is doing the May 31st one. Oh, okay. Lakshmi's doing the first 3. Okay, well, that's good. That's still good too. So, but get in there, because Dr. Ply is guiding Lakshmi, Gina, and he's saying, okay, this is what you need to do to prepare them, and then he's going to come in and just pour it in. And then that's where the magic happens, if you want to call it magic. I always call it magic because it's like, whoa, this is the best magic show of my life, where you just don't know if you're going to do a Houdini move and, get out of the box, that it's full of water and you're underneath the water and you're upside down and you got all kinds of gadgets and chains and locks, and he just pulls you out. So that's it. Shall we wrap it up, everyone? I've had so many rings. I don't know. My phone is just going to keep going. And it's after the 2nd hour. So hopefully everybody had some experience where you feel, okay, I know the tension is there. Nobody has to tell me what my problem is. Will Shreem Brzee work? Yes. And you got to come and you got to do it. And you got to make the effort, and she will then reward you. And Judy Angle is saying it's very beneficial to receive Dr. Ply's silent darshan, for sure. Nalini is saying, would definitely love to get to meet you. Your voice is always with me now. Aw, sweet Nalini. Juliet is saying, Fiora and I want to go to Canada and hug you. I would love to hug you. That's your daughter, right? Cinema saying, appreciate time. Yeah, definitely. Well, this is the best use of time. So when we are just going into our worry and anxiety, and we're just wasting time maybe on front of the computer, just if you're going to do that, have Shreem Brzee chanting playing, because at least you're doing something during that time that's going to counteract that waste of time. And then finally, by and by, you will just go, I don't even want to go and do that. I just want to do Shreem Brzee. I want to immerse myself in it. If you have to go on the computer, you should be, I don't want to say you should do anything, but it is advised that you get your problem solved. Google it, how to get out of tremendous debt. And then the right article will come to you and you go, oh my God, I totally resonate with that. And what did they do? And that's how Shreem Brzee will work. She will just show you immediately. You won't be surfing all over the place and wasting your time. It will just go boom. There it is. Just like it was for me. It was like, okay, next bank, next bank, next bank. That was back in the day. And then this is it. Then that's it. Bhairavi is saying you can replay the previous chanting calls. Yeah. And then there's good discussions in there too, because I don't have any notes. I don't have any idea what's going to happen. So, but everyone here who comes, you make this to be yours, which it is. I'm just here to be of service and support, to help, to keep you on track. And keep me on track too. So it's not just about me doing something. You guys are doing way more for me than you may know, because we get to do something together. We have really good karma. So thank you all. You might think, oh my God, I didn't do anything. But you did. You did a lot. And so keep doing that. Keep coming. Keep inviting people to come. If you can't come live, then review it. It'll be there. This is live. It'll be going up to YouTube right away, pretty soon. And then, and immerse yourself in it, and listen to whatever the messages are, because there's so many things that are going on, and people sharing is really fabulous. And I love it when people post their notes and their prayers and things like that, because you just go, okay, that person, I can resonate with that. or it's bringing something up in me. And we need to clear all that stuff out, because you can chant Shreem Brzee till the cows come home. But until you get rid of the stuff that is blocking you, she can't come in. So she's just waiting. It's like you invest, investments, and then you can't pull them out until they mature. That's what it is. Till you clear out everything else. Then you can have the blessing. Alice says, I just pulled a yogi tea, and here's what it said. Appreciate yourself and honor your soul. Hope that brings encouragement to love yourself in the process. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's beautiful. All right, everyone. With that beautiful message, God bless you all. Thank you so much. And please come tomorrow. We'll see you. We just broke through tremendous amount of karma. Tomorrow will be love and light and super consciousness. It'll be really light and happy. Not that it wasn't light and happy. There was a lot. But Sundays, usually the sun is shining and our soul is so happy on a Sunday. Can we do these meditations after 31 May, after it's over, on our own? Absolutely. You can listen to it over and over and over, because this, again, we're coming to a place, we open up the vortex. The vortex is eternal. It's timeless. So we've tapped into timeless. It's opened up. So you can watch this again and again. But I think what's going to happen, Ritu, is so many people love this. So we are going to consider going on with it until we have a breakthrough for a lot of people. Why not? Got to do something. It's going to be better than fear and anxiety and, looking at life as if, oh my God, I can't get a breakthrough. Because you need lots of people, support and energy, and the goddess coming in exponential to really break that karma, break it. Cut it. And then if everybody is doing that in the space, you just see this, like all the divine beings are going tap, 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 blowing things up. And then we're to Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Not mechanical, but that's all that's going on. And then you feel, oh, okay. So tonight it'll be as intense, but then tomorrow there will be that calm after this intensive storm. So come and see what I'm talking about. Experience it. Yay. All right, everyone. God bless you all. Namaste.